I had 6 faithful friends. They
You had
taught me all I knew.
Mm.
Their names were what and why and when and how and where and who.
Woo! Love that. Wow.
Dadina, dadina, nadina, dadina, nadina, dadina, da. Da, nadina, dadina, nadina, 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 da.
Oh.
I had 6 faithful friends.
Wow.
They taught me all I knew.
Wow.
Their names were what and why and when and how and where and who.
Woo!
कैसी ताल बनी ना?
बहुत बढ़िया. So by the way, we are live, but we are not on the camera just yet.
So can we record it at the same time?
Oh, it's already recording, sir. I'm just tagging you so your folks can see.
But they don't know I'm on.
That's okay.
I can tell them.
Technology will tell them.
How?
Because it will notify them via your friends list that you're just gone live. And now we're live. And now actually people can see you and I all over.
And what is this? Facebook Live?
We're live right now on Facebook. And we're live on 2 YouTube channels. And we're live on 2 gaming platforms called Mixer and Twitch, where video gamers are playing video games and streaming themselves playing live.
So what do you mean by 2 YouTube channels?
So there's 2 YouTube channels that we're streaming to. There's the Blossom Media Studio channel. That is this channel for the studio that we're in. And then there's the Real Abanov podcast, which is the podcast that you're in, and the guest of which you are, Mr. Dadu, is the way I like to call you, which means grandfather in Hindi, but his full name is Banu Dadlani. And he's my good friend, my oldest friend, because he's 70 years old almost. But he looks so great, and I love it. Thank you for being here today, first and foremost. You took this trip on the most rainy Saturday of the whole year so far. It's been pouring cats and dogs. Your flight got delayed. You almost got redirected to Long Beach. I'm so happy you're here. From the bottom of my heart, I welcome you to my home, San Diego, Pacific Beach. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. It's a privilege to be here. I am happy and honored that I am being asked to be on this podcast to discuss with you anything that you want. It so happens that you want to know my interpretation of the cosmic equation that we are here on this planet for, and my understanding. Talk about non-materialistic interpretations.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's start with one thing. I just want to share with my audience. This thing right here in front of the camera that I'm pointing to is a card that is very special to me because you gave it to me. And this card has been with you since 1992. Is that correct?
That is correct. Deepak Chopra's
Deepak Chopra, 1992. The cards reads, this is the Global Network for Spiritual Success, the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success.
That's when Deepak Chopra was still having an AOL address.
That's right. There is an AOL email, in
and
fact.
a PO box address in La Jolla. Maybe very close to
Very
La
close to La Jolla and Pacific Beach.
I met Deepak Chopra since then in San Francisco, and he's gone beyond that, though I still think that he opened the doorways for understanding of ageless body, timeless mind, or the magic of healing courses that I took in Miami, or even the book that was given to me by his teacher, not one of the instructors, Carol Cornelissen, The Return of the Rishi, in which Deepak Chopra's adventure into cosmic understanding starts.
Wow. a lot of people today are very divided on the guy. Some people admire him for his past and say he's too commercialized now, and others are still. I mean, you know, I think he's well intended and he's definitely doing something that's benefiting more people than it's harming. And but
he has not harmed.
He's not harming
No,
anybody,
no, no.
right?
He clearly says, "I'm a prophet." If you spell it as PROFIT, there's nothing wrong. He's a book writer. And if you benefit from him, take it. If you don't benefit from him, you're free to walk away. It's a free country.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
He has not harmed anybody.
Agreed. I do want to read what today's, for Saturday, what is the spiritual law of success for Saturday? It's the law of dharma, or purpose in life. It reads as follows: when we blend our unique talent with service to others, we experience the ecstasy and exhalation of our own spirit, which is the ultimate goal of all goals. Discover the higher self, list unique talents, serve others. Beautiful.
Yeah. Your purpose in life is to discover yourself. At age 70, I still ask myself, 69, my wife doesn't, Preeti would say, "You're not 70. I'm 69, almost there.
Yeah.
60, and knocking on the door. At age 70, I don't know my purpose in life. What is my purpose in life?
Wait, hold on. Did you just say at age 70 you don't know your purpose in life?
I do not.
What does a 26-year-old going on 27 have hope for then?
Oh, the world is your oyster. You have the whole universe unfolding in front of you at a digital space.
Too fast.
No,
No.
you are so blessed that you don't have to think of answers for a whole day or to look up a paper encyclopedia. You just have to not even type it in. Today when I asked you what's the weather, and you said to Siri, "What is the weather?" I said, "Gosh, she's so lucky." I mean,
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
We do take it for granted.
You do take it for granted. You are
Absolutely.
blessed.
We are very blessed.
And so
100%.
at 27, you are way ahead of me at 70. Way ahead of me. So, purpose in life, as the Sufi masters taught us, is self-realization. Self as Buddha saw it, the higher self. Not self as I am, मैं हूँ. लेकिन पूरा the universe, the cosmic universe. And that is the goal of life. Then that is your dharma. That is your discovery. And if you're walking on the path of self-discovery, hey, you're very lucky, whether 27 or 70.
I love that.
I love it too.
That's actually, to complete the story, how we met.
Don't give them the full story, how we met. My wife knows and she says, "How come you met this guy?"
Well, we met because you picked me up in San Francisco. That's all. That's all. And then you had given this to me because we were talking about my favorite spiritual guy,
Yeah.
Mr. Muji himself,
Yeah.
who walked me into my self-realization path. You know, so a large part of our bonding experience was me being in that state of mind, and in life at that time, I was having more of an internal crisis and questioning my existence and figuring out what is it that I'm doing here? Why am I making money? What is it I'm doing it for? What's the end game? How much money do I need? Like, what am I trying to get after? All the material stuff started to kind of feel weird to me. You know, how much to buy, how many, cars or homes. There's no end to that. And it just kind of started to collapse some of the belief systems that I had up until so far in my life. I was starting to question, where did they come from? Are they even my own? Are they original to me? Or are they just kind of stuck onto me? So I guess those are the first level of understanding, to be able to question what's actually there and realizing, is it something that I've consciously put here, or was it put onto me from just me walking through life?
Are you talking about the materialistic things of life?
I think I'm talking about all the ideas that I've been carrying.
No. Your body, breath, and mind.
Mm.
The body is materialistic. The breath and the mind. The mind is your cosmic spiritual self. So are you connecting the two? If you are, then it is the breath. Body and the mind are connected by the breath. So first you have to bifurcate, differentiate, set aside. Are you talking about your materialistic attainments in the United States after you came from India or born here? And is it because you haven't attained them that now you're beginning to question the futility of that?
It was exactly the second part. It was like knowing where I am in life, and how it's not connected to where I thought I would want to be in life, and realizing that, things don't always go the way you anticipated them.
Grapes are sour?
Grapes are sour.
So therefore you have gone towards the way of enlightenment?
I think all roads lead to enlightenment.
No. For me, time's running out. I'm on a limited lease on this planet. Okay? For me, what you read about, the purpose of life is to serve.
Right.
You look around you, think global but act local. And in our Bay Area, you're in San Diego, but we met in the Bay Area.
Correct.
We see definitely a disparity that those who have attained material success are not coming to the help of those who need help. And that's where my journey has started at my age, that if I can make a difference, making a difference to put the two together by partnerships, by private partnerships with corporations who want to help, who have a social responsibility, who have a good corporate governance and believe in civic duty, that they themselves saw their mothers and fathers work hard and put them through college or through engineering, not necessarily engineering of the structural engineering, but of the internet engineering, and bring them up in life. They want to help people. I'm going more towards the physical side, but in terms of answering that particular question, if you can help bring people together,
yes,
that's the way you can
and
find
that's
out your purpose in life.
part of what started this whole podcast and brought together the studio, and why we're sitting here and having this conversation, is because I really, out of my sort of existential moment, realizing where it is that I am and where is it do I want to go, I want to create a place where people can come and share in a safe place their beliefs and toss them around, maybe pick some new ones up, take some different ones home, alter them.
So the way I see it is that when we sat down today, you said, let's get on camera and start the podcast.
Right.
And I said, well, I'm sure you're going to get many people here who's going to indulge in some mental farts in front of you and going to tell you that this is the way they are going to make difference. It's like seeing a beauty contest and the ladies coming out and saying, I want world peace. Yeah. Right. But can you put the people together?
Right.
And so I told you, I said, if I can refine my message and get it across to 100 corporate chiefs, and if my return on that is that even one corporate chief understands that if we can make 100 townhomes on a modular level affordable for 100 of their support employees, that we will start. You started by saying, do you need crowdfunding? I said, no, I don't need crowdfunding. I just want one person to understand on a corporate level that he or she can make a difference in the life of 100 of their support employees who are not living the life that Americans are supposed to be blessed with. That they serve a corporation in the Silicon Valley, but yet they drive 2 hours, 1 hour away into some remote area and then have to commute back just to serve the corporate headquarters
Right.
of Silicon Valley.
Just
And that's a shame.
that is.
And I told you, I said, I'm sure if you tell these corporate chiefs to look in the mirror and say, you're going to be in a foundation that's going to help people and you'll be in full control of the finances. And then you ask me, what's your benefit? Why are you doing it? I said, my benefit is $49,000 a year. And I want that salary just to make sure that I am on the foundation. I don't want to do it somewhere and say, I'm going to walk away. Oh, I started something and now I'm out. No, I will be in there, in the project. And our ultimate goal of this whole is to build 10,000 homes, which is 100 villages, 100 townhomes, 100 villages. And we only want to focus on the Bay Area BART line. We want to do it in the BART line. Our foundation is going to be called A Hope, Affordable Home Ownership Partnerships at Entry Level, only entry level homes. And then you said, what happened about your plan of sustainable food and sustainable restaurants and sustainable hydroponics? I said, that's going to be part of it. You just don't let people say, oh, I'm going to put you up in a ghetto, but you got to make a community. If you make a community and bring people together. Now, this conversation is changing away from the cosmic to the housing. I think you triggered me in the wrong direction. You said we will not talk about anything else, but I got carried away.
Well, let me just frame a little bit more about what you said a lot of good things in there. And I just want to paint the picture. The reason you're so passionate, from my understanding, about this project that you want to take on is because, I've lived in the Bay Area for about 4 years. And from what I saw was a lot of people have insanely long commute hours, which is not anything that's unnatural of San Diego or of Los Angeles or even Irvine. The 5 is pretty much crowded up and down California, people commuting to and from. I think the problem is very prevalent that people are making money on paper that shows that they're making a lot of money, 6 figures, but the cost of living is insanely high. The Bay Area is ridiculously expensive, one of the most expensive places, next to New York. And people are having to, because of this, move, like you said, to more remote areas further out and now start driving 2 hours. Some people I know drive 2.5 hours to commute in to one of the major inland cities like San Francisco or San Mateo or Fremont or all that. And they're coming San Jose, and then they have to commute and disperse all back out. And this is every day. It's chaotic. And what quality of life is that serving? Like, a lot of people are having a pretty terrible quality of life because they're spending so much of their time in these cars, which is not what we're designed for. It's diminishing the quality of people's mental health. Imagine if you had a 2-hour commute in the morning and in the evening, 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, 20.
When do you see the children?
When do you see anything? Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. So all of these concerns that you have, I just wanted to kind of paint the picture of where it's coming from, because it was part of my crisis. I would notice that I would get up and I would commute to work. I would sit in traffic. I'd get to work, really happy at work. Work was okay. Now it's time to go home. Okay, now you got to sit in traffic to go home. You get home, you're exhausted. Now you got to figure out how to eat. It just triggers bad choices.
I think you have not understood one thing that I have said.
Please explain.
You said 6 figures. right?
I'm talking about the tech population.
I'm not
generally.
talking about that. I'm not in a position to go towards the tech population. I'm talking about the support staff, which in their best can earn $24 an hour
Oh yeah.
and work 2,000 hours a year, which means they make about $49,000 each. If two people make $99,000, how can they afford to buy and even rent? They can't even afford to rent. So where are our corporate chiefs in Silicon Valley, from Mountain View, from Palo Alto, from any of these techies?
Sure. Yeah.
You know, I'm not naming names.
Yeah.
I'm using the cities to tell you who I'm referring to. Though I have no qualms about saying that they should know what they are doing when they eat a sandwich in their cafeteria. Where are the workers coming from, and how are they able to afford to live?
Very good point.
This is my point.
No, you're very good. We're absolutely right.
And I'm saying anybody making 99,000 to 149,000 and working for a high-tech company where the owner is making billions and has a foundation in which he wants to give away funds and maintain control of the funds, not to just give away, then a hope, affordable home ownership partnerships at entry level, is an answer. This is what I'm saying. You want to go back to the conversation about
I
cosmic?
think I like where we're going, though.
No, but this conversation was supposed to be a two-part conversation.
You're right. Okay.
This we were supposed to talk tomorrow, but I digressed. My apologies.
So we can leave it here, and we can pick this part of the conversation up on how you're going to do this, why you're so passionate about it. We've already gotten a little bit of where that passion comes from.
The mathematics.
Yeah, we're going to
the
get into the
guarantees,
logistics.
the guarantees of payment,
Yeah, why, what is behind
the front-end ratios.
100%. I think this was a good teaser into that.
It's not a teaser.
Well, I think it's a little teaser.
I'm not teasing anybody. And
Pardon my terminology.
yeah. It's a
Come closer to the mic.
It's a social awareness. It's also good corporate governance. It's a civic duty where if you merge with the need of the society in which you're making your money from, how can you be a global example of excellence, empathy, and elevating those who work within your organization? If you damn the people who work within your organization in the support field, what are you? You'll be like me at 70 waiting to become history.
That sounds terrible.
Terrible? No. Fulfillment.
How do we walk back from here? Let's walk back to the mind, the body, consciousness. Is that one of them?
Are you talking about the body, breath, and mind?
Yeah, your like little jingle that you have there.
The other jingle you like is, I had 6 faithful friends. They
We
taught
started
me
the
all
conversation
I knew.
with that.
Their names were what and why and when and how and where and who.
My brother would love the way you have jingles. I'm going to have him watch this. He's going to love
The
this.
jingle you like is, we are body and we are mind.
Yes.
And we are connected by breath. And the way to connect them is to exhale, to let go, to let go. If you let go of your breath and you just let go, then your mind starts to open. So what is your body? Your body is basically anything that your brain experiences.
Right.
Now, if you want to go in that direction, pleasure, indulgence, taste, smell, sight, sound, and feelings, whatever you feel turns into sensations and emotions and relationships. That is another field. I love that part of my life. I
Come
still
closer
love
to
it.
the mic.
I still love it.
Perfect.
But there's the other part, the mind. And if you really want to know more about this, please log on to Isha Foundation, Sadhguru Vasudev.
Great guy. I went to the inner engineering for 4 days.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I learned how to meditate. I did it for 100. and 10 days, twice a day, 21 minutes at a time, and definitely was powerful, hard to describe in words.
Yeah. He's a wonderful app. I get his thought of the day every day.
I do too. I get the email.
Sadhguru.
That's my favorite email to open. I get 1,000 emails a day, and that's my favorite one to open every day.
It comes to me exclusively on a different app.
Yeah.
You know, and Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev has awakened in most of the techies an inner being. I like it that he says, I'm not a mystic, I'm a mistake. His rally for rivers. He's just a good
good-hearted
person.
man.
He's a good mystic.
Good man.
And when you say Sadhguru for somebody, it means that you have learned something from him. I have not seen him. I hope I do. I almost went to Coimbatore.
You know, he had a inner engineering in LA that he just recently did, and I think there's one coming up in March.
Yeah, but that's a big crowd. He'll come and say hello to you. You'll say hi to him. He'll ask you what you do.
Can I ask you a question? And maybe we can pick this up tomorrow. But since we're on the mystical conversation, what has stopped someone like you? Because I know this story is going to unfold. I would love for you to at some point tell that story about the McDonald's watches, the Ronald McDonald watch that you showed me, the legendary watch.
No,
but
that was a different phase of life.
Point being, why haven't you taken it in your hands to work with somebody like Sadhguru for...
No. With Sadhguru, it would be only to know myself better.
Okay.
He doesn't need my help.
No, but you need his, right?
I need him. If the calling is there and I go see and I meet him on a personal level, I would. But if it's going to be just meeting him in a big hall and that I can see him on YouTube. He's beautiful on YouTube.
He's really well spoken. Yeah, inner engineering is, just to close the segment out real quick here, this is the course that I took. The total, you can see it up there if you'd like. It takes 4 days. It's all over. 2 days are just partial, and they teach you a proper meditation and yoga kriya, where
it's a great program.
Great program. You actually, thank you. I really want to thank you for being the person to introduce this to me, because it was tremendously helpful to me. I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything.
No.
I just love them so much for the help that they were able to give me.
Sadhguru doesn't need anybody's sponsorship.
No, but he's incredibly gifted in the way he's like articulates himself and gives out information. There's so much content out there.
He's a blessing.
He is a very big blessing in my life.
Graceful blessing.
He's not a mistake. He's definitely a mystic. Not a mistake at all. I love that guy.
Are we on or off?
What do you mean? We're definitely live.
We're live
streaming.
Still.
Everybody's seeing.
So you brought me here to talk about the things that you feel will benefit me. And it has benefited me just to sit with you.
Oh, thank you.
And please keep up the good work. Let people come and talk. You never know who listens, who wants to connect. And the next session that we have, it's not going to be cosmic.
No, it'll be more technical.
It'll be, what is this a plan about a hope, affordable home ownership, partnerships at entry level for people making 99,000 to 149,000 family income, 2 joint family income. So it's yours. You tell me whatever you want to ask me now, or just say good night.
Well, I think that this is a good time to go offline. And we'll continue this tomorrow.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you for the interview.
I appreciate this. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.